on. It's my time. It's my time. Last chance to get these things no lifeline. Don't let it sing loud, then don't stop my grind. Brighter than the sun, can't be outshine. It's my time. It's my time. I know you haters don't like my kind.
There are so many things I want to say. I know that when you get on social media, you're not supposed to be emotional. You're not supposed to create content when you are extremely vulnerable, because you might say things that aren't appropriate and you are speaking through your emotion and through your pain. I just found out about a young woman, 36, Jessica Pettway, and I'm outraged. I'm shocked. I'm angry because she was misdiagnosed with fibroids when she actually had stage 3 cervical cancer, and that she went untreated for months. And then when I hear of all the things that she went through, passing blood clots the size of placenta, the more I hear people talking about this young woman, Jessica Pettway, I can't wrap my mind around the things that she went through. I'm hearing that she passed out and her husband found her unconscious, that she has been hospitalized multiple times, extensively, that she's had 10 transfusions at one time. It just sounds unbelievable. It sounds like in America, in this society, with our medical technology, that this woman went undiagnosed or misdiagnosed for so long, when the symptoms were so severe, were so blatant. I'm stunned. I'm speechless. I'm at a loss for words. I'm frightened for our young people because, from what I'm understanding, young people are suffering these type of symptoms and are developing cancers at a young age. And I'm understanding that medical coverage is not available because the insurances don't think these tests are necessary. I'm hurt. I work at a hospital. I work in a laboratory. And I'm just shocked that her journey through the healthcare system was this outrageous, was this egregious. I just think so many things. I always hear about Black women going to the hospital, either during pregnancy or coming into the emergency room and having extreme pain and being dismissed as being over dramatic and not taken serious. And to hear this story of this woman, 36 years old, with 2 beautiful children and a husband, and she seemed like such a beautiful spirit, to be gone because nobody took the time to explore these horrible symptoms. It stuns me. It stuns me. It hurts me. As a mother of 4 children, I can't imagine leaving them here and having someone else try to raise them or try to explain to them what happened to their parent. I'm upset. I'm angry. I'm so many things. I feel so sorry for her family. I pray for her husband and her children and her sister and her family. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And it just makes me think about writing and being a medical romance writer, and how important it is to incorporate these stories in our writing so that we can warn other women, that we can warn other men, because I know prostate cancer is a huge issue in the Black community as well. as cervical cancer and breast cancer. And I'm learning about different cancers I didn't even know exist. That like fallopian tube cancer. I'm shocked. There's so much that we don't know about our bodies, and we trust our health and our life in other people's hands, and sometimes they just don't take them seriously. And I don't know if I know I can't even make an excuse that they're overworked, or I can't because as physicians, as medical professions, you signed up for this job. You took a Hippocratic oath. And how could you do this? How could so many of you collectively misdiagnose this woman? It just it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. That's all I can say right now. I know, like I said, as a writer, our job is to reflect reality in our writing. Our job is to give information to people through fiction, through storytelling. And this story just makes me realize how necessary it is for me as a romance writer, as a medical romance writer, to tell these type of stories, to create an environment of empathy and compassion and love, and hope. This woman's spirit is just so amazing, so phenomenal. Her last post was inspirational, and as I said, I know you're not supposed to be very emotional, but this is heartbreaking. It's truly, truly heartbreaking. I'd just like to close this video by saying that I'm truly, truly impressed with Jessica Pettway and her sharing of the horrific things that have happened to her during these past couple of years, and how her motivation is to inform other women, to enlighten them, to make them more aware of what could happen to them, and her spirit in advocating for women to demand answers to their medical problems, and that if the answer that their physician gives them isn't sufficient enough, to seek help elsewhere. There are specialists out there who can look at a medical situation on a higher level. For example, if you go to your primary doctor and you're having gynecological problems, they should refer you to a gynecologist. And then there are specialties within that gynecological field. And that's just an example of this particular medical condition. But the same thing could be said if someone has prostate cancer. They can go to a urologist, or there's so many specialties and subspecialties that can help with a diagnosis. And that if you don't like a physician's answer to your problem, you can seek a second opinion and even a third opinion. And I understand that the medical insurance is going to come into play and they may not want to cover it, but then you get your doctors to fight for you. And if they don't, you find new doctors. And I just am so thankful that she shared her story with us. And I pray for her and her family, and that the healing process is going to be very long and very hard. And I just pray God be with them and with all her fans and all those people throughout the world that love her. And as I said, I just discovered her yesterday. Please join me in ushering up a prayer to the Pettway family, to the extended family, to her online community, to all those people whose lives she's touched. And may God be with her and her family.